Smash the like button if you believe that I'm a weirdo guy with awful taste in females, and smash the like button if you agree that All Elite Wrestling has a dead tag team division.
Now, months later, I made a video about Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn. I made multiple videos saying those two men should be in NXT. Now I'm hearing that they will go to NXT because their contracts are up very soon, and obviously, Con Man will not re-sign them. Where do you think they are going? They're going to NXT. Let's be honest, All Elite Fed Pro Wrestling is nothing more than developmental for the World Wrestling Federation. Guess who said that? It was Brian Pillman Jr. He said that on Twitter months ago, but for some strange reason, nobody talked about it. In fact, it seems like Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn have been benched for the past couple of months. The moment they dropped those belts to the Hurt Business, they've been benched ever since. That's how I knew, yeah, those guys are gone. They will be in NXT, and they will be the NXT Tag Team Heavyweight Champions very, very soon. I will give it maybe 2 months. Shawn Michaels will give those two men the NXT Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. I guarantee it. Maybe in 2 months. I don't get it. Mark Quinn, Isaiah Cassidy, those two men have been here since day one. The fact that they didn't make the All Elite Fed Pro Wrestling video game, what does that tell you? How can a day one tag team not make it on that game? Fight Forever. They put Edge on there. They put Big Booty Timeless Toy Storm. They put Jay White on there. They put Keith Lee on there. They put Isaiah Swerve Scott on there. Samoa Joe. They added all those late additions in that video game, but not Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn, a prime young tag team that has been here since day one. I don't know why Con Man dropped the ball on this tag team, because allegedly the Bucks were fans of Private Party. I believe that pairing them up with Matt Hardy, that really hurt them, because they had no character, they had no identity. That was a huge mistake, pairing them up with Money Matt. That was a bad pairing that made no sense. Yes, on paper, it did look like a good, solid pairing, but it's all about Tony Khan Man, Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Quinn. They were Rampage legends, Rampage icons. Every Friday, they were on Rampage. They were never on Dynamite. So, if you become a Rampage legend, that means Con Man does not see any moolah in you. He sees nothing in you. If he puts you on Rampage, this will be a great signing for NXT, because they need Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn very, very badly, because they have a shit tag team division. They need Private Party badly. Also, you never know. The Hardy Boys and Private Party, they might run it back. Why not? They might run it back in NXT. They might run it back in TNA. Like I said, NXT, they need Private Party badly, because there's no more Axiom. There's no more Frazier. They need Private Party to fill the void in that tag team division. A lot of people have been benched on this roster, like Sexy Ass Camille, the Ass Boys. Where's Juice Robinson? Where's Wardlow? Where's Private Party? Where's Jack Perry? I still believe that Seth Freaky Rollins will still add Jack Perry down the line to his faction. Half that roster, it's benched and it's at home. Just like that Phil Collins song. And get me just one more night. And get me just one more night. And get me just one more night. I can't wait forever. I'm the only consistent guy who talks about fake pro wrestling. Here's why. You want to call Paul Levesque a racist just because the fucking Street Profits were not at WrestleMania. But you forget that the New Day were at WrestleMania and they won the tag team championships. Like I said, I hate you pro blackies. That's why I hate you. I hate you pro blackies. You are awful stupid people. Yes, you are dumb. You're not smart. You are not bright, right? Why complain about Dawkins and Ford not being on the card? But the New Day were on the card and they won the tag team championships. So what are you talking about? Not everybody deserves to be on the card. Not every championship was on the card. Last time I checked, Chelsea Green was not on the card. To my knowledge, I don't think Lyra was on the card. So what are you talking about? I don't think Lyra was on the card defending her championship. So what are you talking about? You can't have it both ways. Not every championship was defended at WrestleMania. Like I said, I wish I could run that fade with one of you pro blackies. I really don't like you. I'm dead ass serious, man. I don't like you. You make my job very, very hard when it comes to talking about fake pro wrestling. I try my best to drive it in your stupid skull that Paul Levesque is not a racist just because Dawkins and Ford were not on the card at WrestleMania. Who made them the king of all blacks? That's my point. Since when was Dawkins and Ford called the king of all blacks? If those two men are not at a pay-per-view, that means the World Wrestling Federation is racist, even though the New Day were at WrestleMania and they beat a white tag team. The New Day, they beat a white tag team called the War Raiders. It doesn't matter what Paul Levesque does. He will never win when it comes to you pro blackies. That's what you are. You're a blackie, a pro blackie. That's what you are. That's why Paul Levesque should never cave in to you pro blackies, because you will never be satisfied. This is what black fatigue looks like. You pro blackies, you are the face of black fatigue. Now, do I believe that Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn will be stars in the World Wrestling Federation? Hell yes, of course. They are better than Nathan Frazier and Axiom. So yes, they will be mega stars in the World Wrestling Federation under Shawn Michaels and Paul Levesque. Also, down the line, we will see the dream match. The Street Profits versus Private Party. 5 years in the making. We will finally see that fade. Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Quinn, Ford, Dawkins, they will finally run that fade. So let's get back to Paul Levesque and how he runs the tag team division compared to All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling. Last time I checked, Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn are about to leave this company. So let's compare Conman and Paul Levesque. Conman, he doesn't care about the tag team division. This man paired up Kevin fucking Hayes and Speedball Mike Bailey. A makeshift tag team, a random ass tag team. Do you know why? Because Conman has lost track with his tag team division. He doesn't know who are his top tag teams. Where are the Ass Boys? All right, they got jobbed out by the Hurt Business. Where's Big Bill and Brian Keith? Job guys, right? They have no tag team division. When will the Hurt Business ever drop those belts if there's no tag team division? But here you are, crying about the Profits not being on the card, but who cares, my nigga? They are tag team champions. So which one is it? You can't have it both ways. Not everybody can make the card. Triple H has short shows. He maybe books 5 matches per pay-per-view, if that. So not everybody can make the card. That means you better step up your fucking game. It's called being competitive. Actually, King Booker said this was a good thing. To make these shows shorter. Make these matches less. So other talents can step up their game. Okay, you want to make the card? Okay, cool. Step up your fucking game. Nothing will be handed out to you. It doesn't matter if you're a champion. Earn your spot on the card, dumbass. There's no more tag teams left in All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling. There's nobody else to job out to the Hurt Business. Speedball Mike Bailey, Kevin Hayes, they have no more tag teams left. But you want to be hard on Paul Levesque on how he treats the tag team division? That's crazy. That means you don't watch All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling. Tony Khan doesn't care about tag team Fake Pro Wrestling. He gave Private Party a horrible tag team title run. They were awful champions, but it was not their fault. That was Tony Khan's fault, because it felt like he gave those two men those tag team championships based off of guilt. That's what it was. He gave them those belts based off of guilt. 5 years for being jobbers. That's what it was. Those were guilt tag team championships.